Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a quick general guidance reading, so whatever situation you might find yourself in. And as always, we have our piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 4 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. There's also links to my other social media pages like TikTok, Instagram and Facebook, where I'm sharing other content over there. You might like to check that out. And there's a link to my booking page if you'd like to book a personal reading with me. The information is all in the description box below and you can book there. I'd like to thank you for tuning into my channel and any donations that are sent this way. They're received so gratefully. Thank you for those as well. So I'll leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hello and welcome to your reading. If you chose the white star, then this one is for you. It's just a short little Celtic cross spread today to give you a little bit of guidance along the way. The underlying energy for this reading is the Eight of Pentacles there at the bottom of the deck, which is showing that you're ready to work on something. You're ready to show up, you're ready to develop some skills, learn new things, to master a certain practice, to develop something inside of yourself. So where you're at the moment is the King of Swords in the center of your reading. This King of Swords reflects on the Lovers card there. So it kind of looks over to the past. You might be reflecting on a past situation that's been maybe a little bit painful in regards to a loving relationship. And at this time with the Four of Pentacles on top of the King of Swords, it shows you might be having a little bit of trouble letting go of something that has happened. And you might be trying to maybe you might be needing to take a bit of space, or it might be that somebody is taking a bit of space from you with that Four of Pentacles there. There's a blocked energy. You might be just trying to save your money at this time as well, not spend too much, not overgive, just really conserving your resources and your energy. But that also might be a block as well for you. It might be a challenge to let people help you or let people in. It might be hard to reach somebody that you're wanting to reach. And the King of Swords, it is a colder energy in this particular reading at this time. So you might be finding that at the moment you're feeling a little bit cold or detached to a situation emotionally. You're trying to look at it very logically and let go of any emotional charge in the situation. So in the area of what to focus on, we've got the beautiful Page of Pentacles right down here at the bottom of the reading, which is asking you to get grounded in nature. She's sort of surrounded by the forest here in this card. So this is asking you to ground yourself in your daily activities and in your daily routine. Take walks in nature. It will really help ground you and support you while you're moving through change, and it also helps process a lot of the experiences we've had or things that are going on in the background while you're walking and clearing your energy. There's also talking about study as well. If you are studying or you're a student or you're thinking about studying, then that is absolutely what you need to be focusing on right now. The Page of Pentacles is focusing on something earthly, something you're creating, something that's very here in the physical. It could be an art project you're working on. It could be just trying to spring clean the house and get things organized in that sense. It could be about cooking and trying to eat a little healthier and learning what you need and getting the materials required to eat healthier, or learn about supporting your body from a fundamental level. So Page of Pentacles is what to focus on. Focus on new opportunities that are coming your way, So moving on into the past energy, we have got the Lovers there. You've recently made some sort of decision, a commitment to either like a commitment to yourself, I do feel, or a commitment to your purpose in your life, your work. You've made a choice here in the past, and I do see with that King of Swords looking over at the Lovers, there is a situation in the past that is painful, still being processed. And so if you are in a relationship still with this person, it's still that you're yet to talk about what's happened. If this is a past relationship that is no longer, then there's still some perhaps lingering thoughts and feelings and things that maybe have been left unsaid here. So in the area of strength, you've got the Five of Swords. Your strength at this time is to walk away from the drama and let go. Your strength at this time will be having the self-control to no longer strike back or to engage in any more battles. It's time to just leave it alone, even if it feels like there is very little closure in the situation. The Five of Swords is your strength, and your strength is to walk away at this time, mentally as well, to just no longer engage and to not listen to the negative thoughts. That crow on the shoulder, you can see here, is quite distressed by everything that's going on, but you don't need to hold on to that anymore, is where your strength lies at this time. So in the near future, you've got the Six of Cups. That's talking about a reunion, or time spent with family, or returning to people or loved ones from the past to share time with them, or just in connecting even in with your own inner child, playing or connecting with your children. The Six of Cups is a beautiful energy to come into. And it is in your near future, so you can expect reunion or to hear from someone from your past, most likely there. In the next area, we've got the suggested approach, which is the Two of Pentacles, so just down here at the bottom. So you're needing to reprioritize and shift and change your priorities. There's a few things you're needing to shift and change and juggle to fit in new choices, new lifestyle choices, or other priorities, other responsibilities or projects that you want to see flourish. So you're needing to move things around, perhaps make some cuts in some areas, and reprioritize what's most important and what you need to be focusing on, because there's some things that might be weighing heavy on you, but you don't really need to give them your attention anymore, or at least at this time. The next area is what you need to know, and we've got the Five of Wands here. So what you need to know is not everyone is on your team right now, and there may be a bit of conflict. I'm seeing 555 at the time of the recording, which is the number of conflict and disagreements and change. So you might be experiencing a lot of change, and some people around you might not all be on the same page. Not everyone is going to agree with your choices. You might not agree with somebody else's choices. There could be conflict around you at this time. So you're needing, with that, your strength being the Five of Swords, you need not engage with that drama. Let the emotional charge diffuse before you respond, perhaps, if that's necessary. Just be aware of conflict that might be around you at this time. Any hopes and fears that you have right now is in the Strength card, and I think your hopes is that you will have the strength to get through this situation and the self-control to make choices that support your best interest, and bring you the greatest outcome. So I think your hope is that you will have the strength, and your fear is that you may not have the strength. I think that's really interesting that it's come up as your hope and fear is literal strength, but you have got the strength, and you can make the right choices here to support yourself. With that Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy of this reading, it is talking about developing strength and developing skill sets, showing up every day and just giving it another go. You don't have to be at the 100% best straight away. It's learning as you go and slowly developing those muscles with practice and repetition. And not being distracted by the outside world, what other people think, what other people want, but just staying true to your course. In the potential future outcome, we've got the Hanged Man here. So to me, this is about letting spirit move you through this challenge or through this situation. Let the chips fall where they may. Let what is crumbling crumble, and allow yourself to see this situation, which you will, it's in the outcome. You will see this situation from a completely different perspective. Looking back in retrospect, you're going to have so much clarity, and I think you're going to feel like the right thing has happened in this situation, even if that's been challenging to move through. You're going to see it as a blessing rather than a curse, if that applies for some people out there. The Hanged Man is truly surrendering to the bigger picture and allowing yourself to be moved on the path that you're meant to be on. So things are aligning for you, and even if that means a little bit of change is uncomfortable for some people, you've got what it takes. So I hope this reading has resonated with you, given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Black Star, then this will be for you. This is just a short little guidance reading doing the Celtic Cross today. So let's jump straight in with your reading. Where you're at right now, you've got the Queen of Pentacles right there in the center of your reading. That's where you're at. You might be feeling like you're in self-care mode, healing mode, really looking after yourself, looking after your duties, your responsibilities. You might be a working parent, so lots to get done every day, and big responsibilities, big tasks, but lovingly tending to those tasks, with the Queen of Pentacles feeling quite competent, capable, and there's an air of grace in her poise, so feeling like you've got your own back in a situation as well. So with the Knight of Cups on top of that card, that is the challenge that you might be facing at this time. You might be facing a challenge with somebody who might be perhaps a little emotionally immature, or not as mature as you are. Potentially you might be dealing with someone who's maybe a little younger than you, or just not as experienced or as advanced as you are. The Knight of Cups coming up as a challenge might be a suitor from the past, or it could be someone that you're not entirely interested in. It could also have to do with some of your own negative emotions that might be blocking progress for you, and you might be, for some people it might have to do with all work and no play as well. It could be the case, like getting to enjoy your sensual side, and just enjoying yourself as well with all of the responsibilities that you might find. But for a lot of you, I do feel like this is an external person that is your challenge at this time. It might be someone from the past, or someone who's just interested in you and you might not be so interested in them. Or it could also be that you're having trouble finding time for a specific romantic person or friend, or someone in your life that you do care about, but it may be that you're finding it hard to find time with them. Either way, they are your challenge. So what to focus on? We've got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom here of what to focus on. Focus on your work, focus on your skill development, focus on your craft, whatever it is you're trying to master right now. Don't be too distracted by what other people might be doing with their journey, or what other people feel like you should be doing, or anything like that. The Eight of Pentacles is no distractions, and totally just focused and grounded and devoted, which is really beautiful to have that underneath that Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles is so grounded and consistent and reliable, and the Eight of Pentacles is developing that skill to be a master at some sort of craft. You might be learning a new skill, studying. It might require you to show up and put a bit more effort in to do some more research, or if you're working on a project, to research the materials required to achieve this goal. Is that you've got something you're working on quite diligently here, and that's what Spirit is asking you to continue focusing on at this time. Eight of Pentacles, focus on your work. In the past, you've got the Five of Swords, so you're definitely leaving behind a bit of drama. It could also have relation to the the Knight of Cups there. I did say King of Cups, so we could have an emotional person on our hands there. But in the past, you've decided to walk away from a situation, perhaps even with little closure. You may have blocked somebody. They could have blocked you. It could go either way, but the point is that in the past energy, we've got this walking away from drama, walking away from a bit of a battlefield here, and leaving behind the mental stress, just getting out of the head and getting back into the body, perhaps. Not getting distracted by the what ifs and all of that stuff, I think, as well. No more overthinking for you. It feels like it's time to get grounded, get serious, get moving, get growing, just get good. Yeah. All right, so next we've got this area of strength, which is the Lovers for you. Your area of strength is connected to your choices to commit to yourself, or to commit to love, or commit to the purpose of your journey here as well, something you love doing, perhaps, your passions. Could also have to do with a loving soulmate connection. That could be your strength right now, having a very special person by your side to support you. It doesn't have to be an intimate partner. It can be a child, a friend, a pet, a colleague, a coach. Like, the Lovers can be that soulmate connection with somebody special, but for the most part, I do feel it's to do with yourself as well, and being there for you, having healthy boundaries and making strong choices that are in your best interest, that are for your highest good, to reach your highest potential. So over in the area of suggested approach, we've got the Ace of Wands. Bring a bit of fire back into the situation, bring a bit of passion into the situation. This is asking for you to connect to your intuition and that which sparks your fire. So any creative outlets that are calling to you right now, engage in that. If it, put on a little bit of music, light a candle, have a little dance, go for a run, get those juices flowing, and however they do flow for you. Stoke the fire with the Ace of Wands there. You may have a lot of strong intuitive ideas coming through right now. Write them down, act upon them. You might be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities in your external reality or even in your dreams. Definitely take note of these things because your intuition is on fire at the moment. So yeah, suggested approach. Oh, we jumped over the near future. We'll go backtrack a little bit to the King of Pentacles in your near future energy. And this is, I do feel this is about you reaching a goal that you have. It could be a surprise for some of you, a windfall or some sort of material success or a goal achieved. I do feel like you are taking big strides in the near future and seeing some of the results come from your choices. Yeah, there could be a bit of money coming in, or an increase in finances, an increase in abundance, or also solidifying your plans. There could be something like some plans you may have had back in the past at any given time. You might be starting to see the fruition of that, or something come to life, or some sort of results materially manifest. So congratulations for that in the near future. Some good news, something developing there. You may also be finding yourself in stronger positions of leadership or just growth in those sorts of areas where people are looking up to you, or people can rely on you, or you can rely on yourself to get things done and do them well. Definitely. So yeah, back over here was suggested approach. Let that fire and passion be provoked within you. Then what do we need to know? The Eight of Cups. We've got the Five of Swords in the past. You've walked away from something already, but there may be some lingering emotions with the Eight of Cups here, and you're suggested to walk away from that. There's something you're leaving behind that you may have put a lot of energy into, a lot of love into, perhaps, but it's no longer serving you. So you've identified that. The Hermit is on the bottom of the deck. You may have been taking a bit of time out to reflect on this situation and gain your own truth here. And the truth is you need to follow your own passions here. We've got the Emperor underneath as well. What else have we got? Justice. Yeah, and the Knight of Wands too. So I could really see some sort of karmic justice here, or perhaps some behavior that was inappropriate or maybe inconsistent perhaps. There's definitely an energy of inconsistency and maybe even impulsive behavior needing to be balanced out, needing more strength and needing a bit more authority in a situation here. But just reading the underlying energy of the Hermit, you've definitely been doing a bit of soul searching in regards to what needs to be released, and perhaps making sense of the situation as well. In the hopes and fears area, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is quite nice to see. Your hope is that you'll have a new beginning, that there will be growth, that what you're working on is going to, shoot off some roots and some sprouts, and you're going to see something grow from this new seed that you've planted. That's the hope. The fear is, I guess, perhaps it's a new beginning as well. You may be fearful to embrace this new opportunity. You may also have some self-sabotaging beliefs or behaviours underlying there that fear success. There could be a bit of that for some of you here as well. But with the Ace of Pentacles there, and all the rest of these cards, you are the recipe for success is what I'm seeing here. You are the recipe for success. So it's very much dependent on you, your attitude, your input, and I see you've got the magical concoction, like you've got what it takes. I'm surprised that the outcome isn't the Magician, to be honest with you, but it is the Death card, which is transformation nonetheless, and you're moving through a portal, you're moving through a great deal of change and quite the rebirth. I mean, something has sparked your passionate fire here with the Ace of Wands. You're leaving something behind to walk away from that and find a greater source of that light with the sun off in the horizon here for this card. You've got this beautiful new beginning you need to nurture. and you're going to see your whole reality change based on that, especially with the King of Pentacles in your near future. You've clearly made space in your life for something new to grow or to come in. Continue doing that. I think things are really turning around for you, Group 2. So that's the message I have for you. I hope it's resonated with you and brought you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 2. Hey, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the blue sodalite star, then this one is for you. Sodalite's a beautiful stone. It's considered the logical stone and is known for its ability to clear the mind and bring out deeper thoughts. It can empower that analytical side of somebody, which is good. We've got the Queen of Swords in your reading, and really bring out the creativity and the ability to observe quite clearly and have discipline. So yeah, really strong stone for Group 3. I expect no less for my beautiful number 3s. So let's jump into your reading here. We're just doing a quick guidance reading with the Celtic Cross spread. So where are you right now? We've got the Ace of Cups in the middle of your reading. That's where you might find yourself. Connecting back to your heart space, finding softness, finding grace, and finding healing. You might be sending a lot of healing to other people at this time as well, really working with other people. You've got a lot of love to give. And you might be working on a healing modality right now, learning and developing your skills to become a healer. I do get a lot of healing energy from this reading, and you might be tuning those skills in towards yourself as well. So self-healing, self-love, and just connecting to what's most important to you. With the Ten of Cups and the underlying energy for this reading, it shows me that you really are, where you are now with the Ace of Cups and the underlying energy being the 10, and the other cards surrounding this reading, it's clear that you're no longer settling for second best. You know what you want. You know how you want to feel in your life. I think that's a really important thing, is how you feel, and the peace that you have in your home, in your mind, in your body, in your home again, in your home, might be quite important there. So with the Ten of Cups and that underlying energy, it's like you are here for the bigger picture thinking, and it's instant gratification isn't going to cut it. It's the quick fix, half-assed attempts, like all of that, it's just not going to cut it anymore. So when I say anymore, it may be that you've had to deal with some of that and you're just putting your foot down. That could be the case here. Four of Cups is on the center of your reading as the challenge here. So absolutely feeling like something you've perhaps wanted to work out quite badly, something you really had a lot of love for and a lot of potential, has not given you the results you'd hoped for. And so the challenge is to no longer be a victim to situations like this and pick yourself up and see the opportunity here. See that there's a chance to love yourself a little deeper, or apply a self-loving boundary, a self-respecting boundary perhaps, and part of this as well is accepting the situation for what it is, and then doing what you can with what's left, what you have left to give yourself, because I do feel like you have got a wealth of healing energy, love and wisdom at your fingertips, and you only need to reach in a little deeper and to touch that and really apply it. I do feel like a lot of you are already doing that anyway. You're doing the best you can here. I can see a lot of effort, a lot of love, a lot of strength, a lot of disappointment, yeah. Processing that disappointment, absolutely. But you're out of the woods, I want to say, for the most part here. I can really see that. 333 at the time of the recording right now. It won't be the same for you though. Anyway. 333 might be a significant number for you, considering you are a Group 3 here as well. So moving on into number 3, literally, what to focus on. You've got the Devil in what to focus on. So for some of you, you might be focusing on some of your addictive patterns in life, or some of the toxic situations in your life that need to be cleared. You know what they are, you know what's working for you and what doesn't, and that's why you're in the Ace of Cups right now. And some of you might be a little disappointed that something did turn to be toxic in the end, when you perhaps started and it wasn't toxic at the start, or you didn't expect it to turn this way. That could be the case for some of you, especially if this is a relationship where someone's shown their true colors and revealed some not so nice shades. And So you might be needing to identify that nature within yourself as well, if that applies here. We're focusing on the devil. So any areas where you might be bound to to some sort of fear or some sense of lack of control in your life, where you feel like you're bound to a situation, that is what needs to be focused on. So clearing addictions, clearing toxicity, clearing the bondage from life, from your ankles, cut the chains, and definitely assert boundaries with toxic people here too. So in the area of the past, we've got the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from a toxic situation. You've walked away from something that has not been serving you anymore. Eight of Cups is brilliant to actually see you in the Ace of Cups after the 8. It means that even though you've walked away from something, sometimes walking away with the 8 of Cups you can feel like you've left and just got nothing. It can feel very empty, but you've got enough love to give yourself and pick yourself back up again, and I think you know you deserve the best. I think it's actually quite interesting too that the Ace of Cups joins the Ace of Wands here, and it's almost like this image you could make a person here. Isn't that wonderful? And so this is also the area of your strength, which is your intuition. Like, look at the image. Let that guiding light guide your actions, guide your words, and guide your thoughts. Because the 2 aces here, that's where you're at, and that's what your strength is. What your strength is where you are right now. And the loving awareness that you have, the way you're perceiving the situation, it actually does benefit you. I think you're seeing the situation exactly how you should be. I think you're seeing it for what it is, and I think you're seeing it very clearly. I think there's intuitive ideas and a lot of passion that you want to bring into your world and into your life. For some of you, you might be wanting to get that body moving and exercise a bit more, get a bit of that fire going in that way, get a bit more supple and limber, and you might be wanting to do a bit of Pilates or yoga and really like activate that inner fire, a bit of dancing, some rituals. You might like to express yourself with music or art. Those are all your strengths right now, is to get creative, to come into life, to come back to life. Whatever was sapping your fire with that devil energy, whatever you've walked away from with the 8 of Cups, you can replace that with something so much better, and I feel like you've already started to do that. So that's your strength there. In the near future, you have got the Knight of Cups coming in, so there might be somebody who wants to talk to you, who may be wanting to offer something to you. They may want to go out on a date, or it may have been someone you've left behind in the past. I do feel like it's an ex-lover for some. For others, it may not be the case. It could be someone brand new. Many people connecting to this reading will find it a little different, but to be honest with you, I don't like what I feel from that card. I don't feel like it's the right person for you. If somebody new is coming in, by all means, stay open, trust your instincts, trust how you feel. But those that have dealing with somebody from the past, especially with the devil showing up here, and the 8 of Cups having walked away from something, if this is somebody from the past coming in to make amends, I do feel like their offer, while it may be sweet and enticing, it's not enough. They may have the romance and the words and be able to sweep you off your feet in that moment, but is it grounded? Can it hold you? Is there a solid plan to get this relationship back on track, if that applies to you? I think those are the questions that are coming up there, and I don't feel like the Knight of Cups has enough to offer you at this time. So, but another message that we can see there, relating that to your energy, is you getting back in touch with that sensual energy of life, and you stopping to smell the roses and buying yourself some flowers and taking yourself out on a date and going out with friends and catching up and just enjoying connection, enjoying having a good time, enjoying laughing and wearing your heart on your sleeve a little bit yourself. And so there's a few messages there with the Knight of Cups. Take what resonates for you. With the Sun card down here in your suggested approach is just, I feel like that's let caution fly through the wind, to open your arms up and receive that sun. Literally go, put your feet on the grass, receive that sun deep down through your entire being. Open your hands and your heart space up to the sunshine and bring it in. Let it cleanse you, pushing through your entire body, down through the feet into the earth. A wonderful practice, but also to remain positive, to get your body moving, to be active, to be in the energy of growth and illumination and bright positivity. I think here as well that you I think you have more of an effect on the people that you come across in your everyday life than you realize. So a big bright smile is actually going to help you a lot more than it may even pick them up too. But I do feel like your positivity could be very infectious at this time. So engage in that, play. The sun is all about the inner child as well. Healthy choices. Yeah, it's all there. Stay positive. Everything's working out just fine for you. What you need to know is the Nine of Swords. You may be getting a lot of messages and synchronicities in your dreams. You might be having trouble sleeping. You might be waking up at odd hours of the night, maybe finding it a little hard to get back to sleep. There's definitely a disturbance in rest here with the Nine of Swords and a bit of anxiety and fear. But with that suggested approach being the sun, need not worry. Although there's a lot going on in your mind at times, just understand that that's part of the process of releasing, and I think you're making amends with yourself a little bit here too. I'm seeing a lot of conversations with self about the past and things that have happened, and maybe you might be sort of thinking about what you could have done differently to support yourself better, or what you might do differently in the future, like really contemplating a lot of that stuff here with the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Swords. In your hopes and fears is the Queen of Swords. So the hope is that you'll have the strength and the courage and the perhaps the intellect, the words that's needed, the boundaries, all of it, the strength required to assert those boundaries and be sure that you are headed in the right direction that supports you. So that's the hope, is that you've got what it takes to be the Queen of Swords, to be very cutting when needed, to cut things out when needed. This cup of emotions just here down the bottom is locked in a cage, as you can see, and so she's not thinking with her emotions at this time. It's very much logical thinking. The only real cups about emotions that should be indulged in are self-loving emotions and connecting with things that are supporting you in the long term. True love, true support, true companionship, things like that. 10 of Cups, true family connection, things like that. But anyway, so we've got hopes and fears. What's the fear with the Queen of Swords? Well, perhaps the opposite of that. The fear might be that you're either too self-protective in times when you feel you perhaps could be softer. But for the most part, I feel like it's a fear that you won't have the boundaries when necessary. I see 12-12 at the time of recording, lots of mirroring here. But yeah, you might be fearing your ability to assert those boundaries and really be strong in a situation, especially with the devil showing up. There's temptation here. Will you be strong enough? Yes, I do think so. And that's the hopes and fears. So what's the potential future for this reading is the Four of Swords. So getting a bit of rest. It is a time to really give back to yourself, get the sleep that's needed, but not just sleep rest, other types of rest as well, like not screen time, maybe a bit of meditation or a practice that's going to help bring you some calm and clear your mind a little bit. Four of Swords is definitely taking out the time needed to mend, and not in any hurry, but certainly not returning back to the place you were harmed or found painful. You're out of that now. It's time to sort of wrap yourself up in a healing cocoon and get ready for a beautiful and bright future with that sun down the bottom there. And I don't know if I even discussed the Four of Cups. I think I did. I was just holding it for so long. The Four of Cups was that challenge, but you've got what it takes to overcome that challenge and see that this isn't actually an opportunity to create something quite beautiful and leave behind something that didn't work out for you. So I hope this message has resonated with you and given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 3. Hey, Group 4, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the orange star, I'm not too sure which stone this one is. It's not, there's a few different ones I could consider it to be. It sort of looks like a red jasper, but I'm not too certain. So anyway, the red star, Group 4. So let's jump into your reading. We're just going to do a short little Celtic cross spread, just a quick guidance reading for you, wherever you might find yourself at this time. So where are you right now? You are in the center with the Seven of Pentacles, and this person is nurturing the growth of a beautiful tree. There's some seeds that were planted perhaps a while ago, and now you're starting to see a bit of growth. So with the Seven of Pentacles, it is talking about needing more commitment, more investment, to nurture your projects into life. And I think it's quite beautiful that we've even got that Ace of Pentacles with the seed underneath that, which is in the area of what you need to focus on. Obviously, jumping straight ahead to that means that that's truly what you need to focus on. There's something you're growing right now, whether that's something within yourself. You might be studying a new skill or learning something new there. It could be to do with your business. It could be to do with nurturing your children and being a great parent, or a good friend to yourself and respecting your body. It can be so many things that you're nurturing into good health right now. So I think that it's really important with the Seven of Pentacles to continue investing in yourself, in your wealth, in your health, and your projects. And that's where you find yourself at the moment. The challenge, though, is the Two of Pentacles. You might find that you are perhaps a little bit, overwhelmed with different aspects of life at this time. So the Two of Pentacles is about juggling different areas of life and trying to make sure everything gets done smoothly. You might be reprioritizing. There's definitely a shift and change here. You might be ready to focus more on the things that are most important to you right now. Your priorities seem to have changed and shifted, or that might be the challenge, is that your priorities need to shift and change, and then you need to make more room for new growth and let the old heavy baggage go, perhaps. There's some things that do need to be let go of here, and it's about making that decision. That might be the challenge, is making that choice and then creating the change necessary. So in the area of what to focus on, we've got the beautiful Ace of Pentacles there at the bottom, and just like the energy coming from this person's hands, it looks like Reiki energy there. They're sending healing and growth and love to this plant, or maybe they're receiving it from the plant. Actually, it looks more receptive at this time and looking at it. You might be drawing life from your new projects. It might be really bringing you a great sense of healing, some of the things that you're engaged in at the moment. And I think there's some things you might be working on that are going to grow into something actually quite massive, and you might not be aware of the potential of some of the things that you're just starting to nurture inside of yourself at this time. And they could be in regards to anything, but I don't think you fully understand how beneficial some of these new beginnings are going to be for you in the long term. So with that, we've got this nurturing new growth with the seed. That's what you're to focus on, is this new project, perhaps focusing on your health, really looking after your body, looking after your mind, exercising, staying grounded, and just nurturing everything around you, basically having a nice environment to support your growth. So a good sleeping space, a good clear space for cooking, and just getting organized, and so that things are smooth and that you can enjoy and make the most of your space and time. And maintenance too, I'm hearing maintenance of your equipment for some people. Maybe it's a car service that you need to get done, or maybe it's one of your tools needs fixing or something like this. There might be some maintenance there that needs to be worked on to keep your stuff up to scratch and everything functioning at its best. In the past, you've got the Seven of Wands, so you've had to liberate yourself out of a situation that might have been challenging. Seven of Wands can sometimes need to defend yourself or stand up for yourself in a situation. And with the Four of Pentacles on the underlying energy, what's underneath that? We've got the Five of Pentacles. So you may have felt like you've had to go through something by yourself, and that you couldn't rely on the people around you to help you in a situation, that you've had to do this on your own. You may have closed people out from helping you. For some people out there, you may have had some people that wanted to help you, but maybe they weren't able to for whatever reason, or you may have push that away. I think everyone will be a little different in this part of the reading. For some of you, it's that nobody was available to help you, and for others, it might be that you've isolated yourself. And I do feel like this is a time when you could actually use a bit of help. So if you have the means to reach out for help in whatever way you need it, I think it would be good to get some support, even if it's just verbal support, of financial support. There may be a need to organize finances within this reading here as well, with the Ace of Pentacles, and just maybe making a new budget. That could be the case for some people, just getting things in order, it seems. So with that past energy, you've definitely moved away from something, stood up for yourself, because in your strength is the Eight of Cups. Your strength is in walking away from what doesn't serve you. Walking away from emotional battles, emotional baggage, and just letting yourself have a new horizon, leaving the past in the past, accepting things perhaps for what they are so that you can move on as well. And don't let the past hold you back or prevent you from moving forward is the big message there. That's your strength, is to not let that past hold you back, to do what you can with what you've got, to see the cup as half full, see your potential as ever rising. So in the near future, you've got the Six of Cups. You may be hearing from family or friends or somebody from your past that you do love. There's support in this energy with the Six of Cups. You might be also spending some time with children, or your own inner child. You might be expressing yourself through play and creation, or just reminiscing of the past, and just some things from the past might resurface for you. I do feel like a lot of you, it's in regards to family, and maybe you're needing help from your family. But Six of Cups in the near future is a reunion of some sort there, with possible soulmate, or somebody that you do love. So in suggested approach, we've got the Empress. So to nurture yourself, to really take care of yourself, mind, body and spirit. The Empress is so abundant and full of fertility, full of life, and very connected to her intuition. She's in control of her emotions. She doesn't block them, she feels them, she owns them. It's a beautiful energy. So I do feel like you're really needing to be there for you. When I see that, your suggested approach is to truly step into your sovereignty, step up for yourself here in this situation. Give yourself all that you need, because you are capable and you've got what it takes. The Empress is ever abundant and totally capable to overcome anything. So with the Seven of Pentacles in your current energy of where you are right now, and the Empress in your suggested approach, what to focus on is the Ace of Pentacles. It doesn't get much clearer. You're to focus on new growth. You may be growing a baby, and if that's the case, to focus on a healthy pregnancy. It's that sort of thing, that sort of energy. No matter what you're creating, nurture yourself in the process. What you need to know right now is the Hermit. You might be doing this alone. You might be feeling like you've done this alone for some time, with the Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. You may have shut some people out here. Let's go a little deeper. Six of Swords, Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, very much about, wow. Yeah, look at this. So there's definitely been a complication within your community or within your support network here. I do feel that you've, there's been some changes here, and you've maybe had to go on your own, or you've not been able to rely on people you thought you once could, or there's a fair bit of heartache here in regards to other people, and in regards to situations pertaining to other people and family, it does feel. So you might be just needing to take a bit of time out right now and just search for your own truth on this situation. Your hopes and fears is the Death card. You've got a lot of major arcanas in your reading here, and so the hope is that you can be reborn from the situation, that you will rise up again, that you can create something new and fresh for yourself, that you can learn from the past, that you can gain strength from the past. And the fear is that this situation could crumble down and be the death of you, or be the end of you. For some people, the fear of an ending may be the case here, or the fear of change may be the case here. You might be scared of letting something go. It might be something from your past that's really been there to support you, and even if it's not good for you, it's been a friend. Like, I'm hearing smoking for someone out there. It might be things like that are really hard to let go of. So yeah, that does look like that might be the fear, is the fear of change. But also your hope is to have that change take over your life and really lift you up into a position that feels a lot better and a lot more productive and supportive for your journey. In the potential future, you have got the Four of Cups. So Four of Cups with the Four of Pentacles underlying energy. You are building a new foundation for yourself in this situation. However, the outcome does look like something that you won't be overly happy with at this time. And now there is positives to the Four of Cups in that this person is being offered that extra cup just here, if you can see. And they're not looking at that. So what that says is there's actually, and there's all this rainbow light coming out of the cup over on this side. So there's actually golden opportunities, full of magic, full of potential, full of miracles, just waiting for you in this situation. So long as you can just accept what isn't working out with these three cups that are empty, stacked up and finished. She's quite dwelling on those things that haven't worked out or what you can't do. It's quite victim mentality, or feeling like a victim in the situation, but you're not actually, like, you may be, everyone's situation is different, and you may be a victim to a certain set of circumstances here. However, this is more of an acceptance mode, soul searching why things are how they are and what you can do to create the changes you wish to see in your life, because the Empress is your suggested approach to nurture yourself, to be stronger than your challenges. And the outcome of the Four of Cups is to say that although there is dwelling and sadness of what hasn't worked out, there is a golden opportunity in this for you to rise to your potential and make something out of this situation. Absolutely, especially with Death card right there as well. This is time for change. And you can embrace it even if it is scary, and even if that's going to take a really long time to see the results. There is a bit of that message here that it is going to take a long time to see some of those results. So staying the course might be a real challenge, but I'm telling you now, it really feels like it's going to be worth it if you do. Yeah, it will be. We've got the Sun for extra confirmation on that. It will be so worth it. Every change, every sacrifice will be so worth it. I truly feel that way. See 12-12 or 12-1-2 or 2-1. So mirror. Anyway, you won't see that. That was my timing on the recording. So that is all I have for you, Group 4. I hope this reading has resonated with you and brought you some sort of comfort, clarity and guidance for a quick little reading. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, Group 4.